Hello everyone, this is Susma Singh and you are watching Booster Classes. In today's lesson, I will help you how you all can get the highest marks possible in letter writing section, especially a formal letter. Now I'm going to explain the ins and outs of a formal letter. So watch the video till the end because I am going to take you through each and every steps of writing a formal letter effectively. So what are you waiting for, my dear students? If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, hit the subscribe button right now and get benefited. Letter writing is a skill that has to be developed. But before knowing how to draft an effective formal letter, first and foremost, let me tell you what a formal letter is. Formal letters are official letters written to heads of educational institutions, firms, editors, or people in their official capacity. They are formal in nature. Nothing in such letters should be personal or intimate. They should be dignified, short, and to the point. Well, considering the types of formal letters, we all know that there can be a variety of formal letters. Formal letters basically include business letters and official letters. But all sorts of applications are also formal letters, be it a leave application or a job application, even letters to the editor. Not only this, letters of complaints and request also fall in this category. So these are all different types of formal letters that you may get to write. In order to make your written document effective one, it should include some essential components. So let's take a look at essentials of effective writing. First comes the correct format. That is setting your letter correctly. And this you can do only by using the correct format. Next comes the clarity. Clarity is required in whatever you want to say. You have to be very clear about your specific objective. That is, whether you want to say, place an order, or you want to complain about something, or whether you are inquiring about something. Whatever it is, you have to be very specific. Indeed, clarity is the hallmark of an effective writing. Thereafter, you need to ensure proper tone. Maintaining the formal tone is very crucial for an effective writing. Now, talking about coherence and cohesion. This is actually the proper connection and logical flow of ideas. This shows that everything is organized. After all, you cannot write in haphazard manner. So taking care of coherence and cohesion is equally important for an effective writing. Finally comes accuracy. Unless and until your writing is error free, it cannot be an effective one. So take care of grammatical as well as spelling errors. Alright, so here I'll let you know all about the correct layout of a formal letter. So first comes the sender's address, which preferably has to be in 3 lines. Below the sender's address is the date. Any standard form of writing a date will work. Just remember, while mentioning the date, month name should be spelled in full. Kindly don't use any kind of abbreviation. Just below the date, after leaving a line, you need to write the receiver's address, which also has to be in 3 lines, consisting of designation, institution name, and the address. Then comes salutation. Now, dear sir or madam, we can write when we don't know the person at all, and just the word sir can be used as a salutation when you are writing letters to the editor. Below salutation, after leaving a line, you are supposed to write a subject line, which is actually the heading of the letter. So don't write in 2 or 3 lines, stick to 1 line only. And the best way to write the subject is begin with a noun related to the topic in the question. For example, for instance, you can say that whether it is a request, it is a complaint, view, or concern, appeal, permission, and so on. Now comes the time for writing the content, developing the body. So better divide the part of the letter into 3 paragraphs. First paragraph, actually you need to write the opening sentence, which will state the purpose of the letter. For second paragraph, which is actually called the body paragraph, so here you will explain the problem, action taken, and supplying information. Whatever information you need to supply, you can go ahead for this paragraph. Finally, you will come to the third paragraph, that will be the concluding line, where you will urge the action to be taken. Just don't forget that throughout the content, throughout the letter, you have to maintain formal tone, because after all you are writing a formal letter. Once the body paragraph is completed, subscription will be there. So the best subscription or the standard user subscription for a formal letter is always yours faithfully or yours truly. Now you need to capitalize just the first letter of the complementary clause. Now here, student, I would like to mention, as I told you, yours faithfully and yours truly are actually the usual subscription in a formal letter. Yours sincerely, I have come across in many sample papers and even students using as a subscription yours sincerely, which is the correct. Yours sincerely is actually the correct subscription for semi-formal, not formal letters. So please ensure that you're writing just yours faithfully, or you can go ahead with yours truly. Below the subscription, now finally you will wrap up your letter by putting your signature and designation. But don't forget, after writing the signature, write your full name and the designation. For your better understanding, here is a sample of a formal letter. Now once again, I would request you all to pay attention towards the steps that we need to follow in order to develop a proper body paragraph of a formal letter, because this is what puzzles the students the most. So as we have discussed that the body paragraph of a formal letter should also be divided into 3 to 4 paragraphs, but don't write too much. It's not an essay you are writing. Don't forget, you are writing a formal letter. So you better aim at 3 to 4 sentences for each paragraph. Yes, of course, the middle paragraph can go to 6 to 7 lines, but be specific. The introductory paragraph in a letter is always the reason of writing the letter. And you can see over here how precisely I have stated my objective of writing this letter. Then for the second paragraph, you can talk about how you left your mobile phone, give its description, and then talk about the problem you are facing after losing your mobile phone or the cell phone. And for the concluding paragraph, urge for the actions to be taken. Then a very proper and apt closing sentence you can write, and then definitely proper subscription, which will be always for formal letter, yours faithfully or truly. Earlier also I have mentioned, because whenever your salutation is dear sir or dear madam, your subscription will be yours faithfully and truly. Yours sincerely as in subscription is written only when your salutation has the name, that is for semi-formal letter. For example, when you write the salutation, instead of dear sir and madam, you are writing dear Mr. John. So this is only when you are writing a semi-formal letter. So your subscription can be yours sincerely. Otherwise, please stick to yours faithfully, or you can go with yours truly. Never write yours sincerely. So this is how we can draft a very perfect formal letter. Here is another sample of a formal letter. So kindly go through this and learn how to write a perfect formal letter. Well, students, as I have mentioned earlier also, that in case of formal letters, you should focus on the subject straight away. Right away, you need to come to the topic. Why are you writing the letter? You have to be very specific about the objective, and your introductory sentence should be, or actually be the key to directly launching into the body paragraph. So here you can find some really useful opening sentences. So go through these sentences and practice writing formal letter with these opening sentences. Finally, here you will find a few common concluding sentences. Kindly go through them, because by using these standard expressions, you can end your letter perfectly. And I hope now you will be able to write a formal letter with correct format and style, and of course maintaining formal tone. Stay connected to learn more, and thank you for watching me today.